Today I'm sharing 10 simple beginner-friendly services you can offer as a virtual assistant, especially if you're a mom who is looking to start small, stay present, and still make money for herself. Hey loves, welcome to Shawndre's Corner. My name is Betty. I'm a twin mom, a content creator, a social media manager, and a virtual assistant. Sharing honest ways to earn money both online and offline, especially for women who want more freedom and balance. So let me give you a little backstory. Before I became a stay-at-home mom, I worked a corporate job for over 13 years, and in that time period, I had worked as a secretary, I had worked as an admin manager, I had also worked as a document controller, right? So organizing things, typing things, managing files, and even managing people were things that I know how to do really well. But then when I had my boys, I just knew that I couldn't leave them and go back to a 9 to 5 job. After my maternity leave, I worked for a few months and I was like, I was just very uneasy because I wanted to be fully present in the lives of my boys. So I made the decision to quit my job and stay at home as a full-time mom, right? And I don't regret that decision. But then over time I began to miss working, and I especially began to miss earning my own money. I started looking for something new, something that I could do from home. I would not miss time with my family, but then I would still feel fulfilled. And that's how I came across virtual assistants. I checked what a virtual assistant does, and during my research I came to realize that I already had so many of the skills that virtual assistants offer. I know how to do them. I just need to know how to package package my portfolio in a way that I'll begin to attract paying clients. So today I am going to share with you 10 beginner-friendly services that you can offer as a virtual assistant. So who is a virtual assistant? Someone who helps other businesses or other people organize their everyday task. Like you help them manage emails, you organize calendars, you create simple graphics for their businesses, all from the comfort of your home, using your laptop or your mobile phone. The first service here is email management. We all get overwhelmed by emails, and now imagine being the person who helps someone else or a business to keep their inbox tidy. You help them to organize their inbox. All those unread messages, you start arranging them into different folders. You push the ones that are important into important folders. Among the multitude of emails that are there, you delete spam messages, you flag important messages so that your employer would always go back to attend to those messages because they are very, very important. Then the ones that needs basic replies that you know you can attend to, usually they will tell you their frequently asked questions and how to go about responding to them. All of those ones that requires basic response, you go ahead and respond to those emails. And then the one that requires your employer's attention, you call their attention to those emails. This service is perfect if you already know how to keep things organized, clean, orderly. The second service I have here on my list is calendar and appointment scheduling. As a mom, you already know how to manage your routines, right? You know how to arrange school runs, arranging meal times, arranging appointments, keeping up with all of the schedules that you have. If you know how to be strategic when it comes to organizing yourself, it's the same skill that you would use to help your clients. So you can be in charge of scheduling meetings, sending reminders, helping them to avoid double booking. Sometimes these people are so busy that they might schedule 2 appointments at the same time. Your work as a calendar and appointment scheduling person will be to make sure that no 2 activity or events are happening on the same day and at the same time. So there are tools that you can use at your disposal to help you easily work with these. There's Google Calendar, there is Windows Calendar, there's Calendly. There are different tools that you can use to help your client's business to stay organized, and all of these tools are very easy to learn. This service is actually one service that you can offer if you intend to go into the virtual assistant field. Now, the third service that you can offer is graphics, especially for social media. Canva is a tool that is easy to learn, and it's a tool that you don't need to become like a full-grown graphic designer for you to be able to use Canva properly. Canva comes with pre-installed templates that you can just go in and just edit. If you want to be serious about your social media journey, management journey, or your virtual assistant journey, and you're offering design as part of your services, especially if you're not so good with graphics and you just want to use pre-installed templates. I would suggest that you use the paid version of Canva. But yes, Canva has a free version that you can still use and enjoy. So Canva is a free design tool that you can use. It comes with ready-made templates that you can use to create graphics. You don't need to have a design background. You don't need to be a pro at graphic design. Once you have Canva, just go onto these templates, change the colors to fit the colors of the brand that you're working for, and you're good to go. Add or remove a few things and you're good to go. Canva does not require so much, and it's not hard for you to learn. Go to YouTube, you'll know how to use Canva. It is not difficult. So I remember that I was using Canva to design thumbnails for my YouTube videos. So when I stumbled into this social media management niche, it wasn't hard for me to just incorporate using Canva to continue working for my clients. If you enjoy putting colors together, you enjoy putting words together, then this particular service is something that you should add to your portfolio as a virtual assistant. The fourth service you can offer is Facebook group management. Yes, a lot of businesses run Facebook communities. They have subgroups on Facebook, and this business would need help with managing their Facebook group in terms of moderators, people who would be there to make sure that their Facebook group stays clean and stays true to the value that the community has to offer, to approve incoming members, to reject incoming members if they do not agree to comply to the rules of the group, to remove spammy posts from the group. Some people become members of a group, they know the rules, they know the principles that the group run by, but they will just come and post one promotional content or post something that doesn't tally with the value of the group. So your work there will now be to remove these spammy messages, and if possible, remove the individuals posting them if they don't heed to the group's guideline. So is something similar to moderating a WhatsApp group. You welcome new members, make sure you keep the group space safe and engaging so that people don't get bored of the group because activity is not happening there and then just leave the group. Now, another service that you can offer as a virtual assistant is data entry. This is probably one of the easiest places to start. Your work is just to enter data in your employer's database. Things like names, like phone numbers, like products, prices, product description, email addresses, different things. You can enter that into their database as more information keeps coming. So if you're somebody who is detail oriented, if you're somebody who does not mind like doing repetitive tasks, who doesn't get bored with repeating one thing over and over again, then this particular service, you can consider it. And it's actually one of the simplest tasks that you can get as a virtual assistant. The next service that you can offer is customer support. Sometimes business owners need help with answering frequently asked questions in the line of business that they are into. Okay, they might have things that usually new customers who is trying to like discover, get acquainted with these businesses and what they do would always want to know. Those repetitive questions that are asked, you can be replying to DMs on Instagram, or you can be replying to emails that you received for your clients. Yeah, so this particular service is like you being a front desk assistant. They are the first people that customers or people who come into a business meet, and then there are those people that they will ask questions, or they want to collect flyer, or they want to know more about a business. You're like acting as a front desk person, but virtually, because you are online and you're doing it from the comfort of your home using maybe your phone or your laptop. Another service that you can offer is online research. This could mean, depending on the industry you're in, you look for gift ideas, you compile event venues, you research hashtags for the business that you're working for the clients that you're working for, source content creation inspiration. If you love to Google things, if you love to gather information, if you love to compile information from the internet, then this particular service would be good for you to put into your portfolio. Just be resourceful, know where to look for information and know where to get like information that tackles pain points of the businesses. The next service you can offer is transcription service. You can become a transcriber for your clients. Now, lots of creators, lots of podcasters, most of them need to transcribe their audio or their video content into scripts. Your work will now be to turn these videos or this audio into text. Now, there are two ways to go about this. Okay, you can do it manually and you can do it using apps or AI. You can listen and manually type out what you hear as you're listening to it, especially if you're very fast in typing. You can do that, or you can use an AI tool to automatically transcribe this information. Once you transcribe the information, you still need to listen to it while reading through what has been transcribed, so that you will be sure, because these machines will always make mistakes. When you're reading through, as you're seeing the errors that the machines are making, you just clean it out and fine tune it and make sure that what is being said is exactly what has been typed out. The ninth service you can decide to add to your portfolio or to offer is proofreading. I'm mentioning 10 services that you can offer to start up as a virtual assistant. You can decide not to offer the whole 10. You can decide to offer 5. If you're proficient with the 10, offer it, my dear, and increase your charges. So yes, the 9th service we have here on our list is proofreading. If you're naturally somebody who is quick to catch spelling errors, you're quick to catch grammatical errors, you're quick to catch awkward sentences and all of that when you're going through something, maybe through your email or reading a material. If you have very strong command for English language and you love well-written text, then help business owners, help bloggers, help content creators proofread their materials. They all need a second eye to vet their material, okay, before it goes live. And most times these people have read through their materials, but you know how sometimes you read through, but there are some minor things that you didn't catch, some minor errors that you didn't catch. That's where you need a second eye to proofread and make sure that anyone where you know see, the person where they proofread will help you see and take them out. Okay, so if you're very good, you have very good command of English language and you know what a well-written text should look like, then add this proofreading service to the services you offer as a virtual assistant. Now, the last item I have here is one of my favorite service that I offer, and that is document formatting and document organization. This one is one of my personal favorites when I started then, because of my admin background. So I had worked as an admin and a document controller for a while, and if you have an idea what being an administrative person or a document person mean, you know that you work a lot with files, you work a lot with documents. So if you're somebody who has worked with Microsoft Word before or Google Docs before, then you're already qualified to work as a document formatting person or a file organization person. I remember then when I was still working a corporate job, how I would always step in to help my colleagues when they had like 1 or 2 issues with document formatting, especially on Microsoft Word and Excel, you get. And I would always be there to like help fit words into a page, make sure it's printed and it looks right when it's printed, make sure it is aligned properly, all of those things, and then make sure the files are being properly kept neatly and all of that. If you're somebody who knows how to do that already, then definitely add this document formatting and organization and file organization into your system. You help organize folders, you help organize documents, turn rough pages into very clean, very well aligned PDF documents, and basically just keep the digital space clean. Okay, keep the digital workspace of your organization crisp and clean. When members of the organization wants to get a certain file, a certain folder, they know exactly where to look because you've arranged this thing to make it easy for people to access. I started with a few of the one I was most comfortable with, which was document organization, email organization, and graphic design with Canva. And then I gradually just started accepting more roles. So if you've been playing with the idea of being a virtual assistant and you think it's rocket science, or you think, oh, the math behind it is very hard, it is most definitely not. Okay, these services that I talked about helped me rebuild my confidence when it comes to administrative tasks. I didn't need to learn coding. I didn't need to become a social media guru overnight in order for me to start making money on the online space. Out of the 10 services I've mentioned, which of them do you think is something that you can jump into right now? Please drop it in the comment section. I would like to hear. If you're already a virtual assistant, do you think being in the virtual assistant field is worth it? Would you advise anybody who is not in the field yet but who is contemplating going into the field to go ahead and jump right in? For me, I think it pays, but you leave your opinion in the comment section. I would like to know. If this video has helped you in any way, please give this video a huge thumbs up. It goes a long way in helping the algorithm recommend our videos to anyone who might need to watch it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video.